Hello, hello, beautiful people. We are here again with a platinum post, and the post is from my favorite person at platinum now, Nishi Sama, the art director of Ninja Gaiden 4. And this is fairly fresh. It came out like 20 minutes ago. I was too busy trying to not die from this sickness my body is fighting. But no downy thing. Don't worry. We're gonna go straight into this. And it's all gonna be nice and clean. Holy mother of mothers! Look at this. It's Yakumo. It looks like it's the village. That's the Dio commanders. Got shrines. We got torii gates. We got all these talismans and stuff just hanging from. So this is the village, the mountainside village aesthetic. So this is one of the biomes. And yeah, it's patrolled by. This might be the interest of the city that's patrolled by the EDO commanders, or maybe it's after the city or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. Platinum Games official blog, dev blog, Ninja Gaiden 4 concept art. My favorite stuff right here, man. This is my favorite stuff. This is my shit. This is my life. It's my job. This is Nishi, art director of Ninja Gaiden 4. This time, I'd like to talk a bit about the concept art of this game. Please do. When you hear the term concept art, what comes to mind? Even under the broad category of art, there are several types, each with slightly different purpose and uses. Last time, we briefly introduced some art for Yakumo and Ryu, but there are also other types of concept art, such as imaging art establish a shared vision of the overall atmosphere. Design sketch for creating character and background assets. This is how I started actually. Overpainting to refine the appearance of created assets and scenes. This time, I'll show you some examples of concept art. But let me just finish. Other than the character art and how we handled concept art in Ninja Gaiden 4. This is the most simplest way she put it. So bravo for making this job sound extremely easy. But at the same time, hey man, stop downplaying what we do. Or this it is an endeavor sometimes to satisfy the needs of the director and the other art directors. Like it's everything has to match. It's a big back and forth. But yeah, it's a wonderful job. I love being art director. Same as last time, these are internal documents from the development phase that have been edited for public viewing. So there may be some differences from the final product. Please keep that in mind. I hope this gives you a sense of how everything was made. Now, let's get right into it. Ikuyo. So, the again, she's making a disclaimer that hey, like not everything you see is like a one-to-one of what's going to be in the final product. It usually never is. Back in the day, it used to be. Back in the early 2000s and like before that, yeah, what was on concept mostly made it into the game because it wasn't as daunting to do it. But yeah, anyways, no rambling. Let's get into it. Opening that so you guys can get a clear look at it. Boom, zoom in. Does anybody know how to get rid of this? The exit full screen message that pops up. If you know, please let me know. I hate that thing. But look at this. This thing looks beautiful. I'm gonna translate this. This is a secret message. We need to know what it is. Obviously it's Yakumo the way he's standing. So yeah, the dark dragon up there. Oh, he looks a little bit more tree-like in the concept than what we see in the game. In the game, it kind of looks metallic, almost like a construct. But in the concept art, he looks like a mystic tree almost. Or she, I don't know if the dragon, what the dragon is. But yeah, if anyone knows how to get rid of this to exit full screen, press F1 message. Let me know. I hate that shit popping up. Anyways, closing that. Imagine art or Imogen, sorry, is a type of art used within a team to establish a general common understanding. It involves bringing the director or game designers, what I just talked about, visions to life. This might be what most people think of when they hear the term concept art. While the artwork created here often doesn't remain in its final form, true, it serves as a crucial, very crucial reference point for the entire team during the production process, making it a role with a significant responsibility. This artwork here isn't exactly as it appears in the game, but some may recognize the composition. It's a memorable scene that leaves a strong impression, so try comparing this art with this scene in the final product. She's talking about this one. And yeah, as I was saying, we did see this, so I'm just gonna quickly glance out of it. But is that a ninja on top of that? Or is that just a drone or something? There's some boxes here too. Ah, that's funny. But yeah, the this is not one to one. Obviously, it usually never is. You have to make some shifts. You have to make some adjustments because the 3D team that models this stuff in has to go through a lot more hoops than you have to do as a concept director, so or a concept drawer. So a lot of things gets changed, cut, even sometimes, or just completely scrapped. Moving on to the next one. Oh, never mind. There's more stuff here. Oh, okay. This is the plan. How they plan it. All one picture. Sad. Open all these. We're gonna look through all these. I'm gonna every nook and cranny. So yeah, this is wow. Look at that. The 3D modeling. And see, this is how they construct it. Pretty much. This is how they rig everything initially. Like these are what you have to work for, and then you mesh all the textures and the props, everything. You dress it up. This is your salad, and then this is how you dress it up. You got to put all these stuff. I thought that was on the way for a second. You have to put all these stuff in there, right? You're decorating the Blender model basically. It's not Blender, obviously. Yeah, it's the Platinum engine. Um, Spoiler. Okay, no, never mind. Wait, no spoiler. What is this? That's not the Berserk meter. The Berserk meter doesn't go there. What's this? What the hell is this? Nishi-san? Nishi-sama? You might have spoiled what this might be. Yo, okay, I had a theory that Yakuma might get like an actual DT or something. He turns into like a crow ninja or some shit. If this game has a DT mechanic, man, I don't know how I feel about it. Because Bayo 3 had it, like for Viola. Like DT is a thing I don't want Ninja Gaiden to have. They kind of already have it with the Berserk meter. But yeah, this is the Berserk meter, but Berserk meter doesn't have this bar with it. But the bar is this. I might be thinking too much into it. Ignore everything I just said. Just ignore it. We'll find out when the game comes out. It'll be weird to have a different HUD here anyway. But yeah, moving on. Anything here? That's the boxes. Cool. These are not chests. These are just different boxes. Platform, probably light platform. More, just prompts. Satellite prompts. More boxes. Supply crests. Okay, great crests. Great. All right, cool. Ooh, crisp. And this is the lower city. I say lower city, but I don't think the city ever gets lower. I think you just climb it, but everything looks like it's at ground level, but it's not. You're on literally on skyscrapers. More stuff. Yeah, it's a sewer level. There's some weird wire work. Whoever was the electrician here did a horrible job. But what is this wire work? Sheesh. I used to do electrician back in the day. But yeah, this is how they how they create the level. Then this is what you see at the end of the game because they put all textures on it. Cool. And oh, what's in my this be? Okay. So this is what they've made. Oh, this is gonna be a platforming section for sure. Wall run or something, or maybe mission starts here. Like you somehow, the cutscene starts from Yakumo, like being. No, never mind. I see the railing. Never mind. I was wrong. I see the railing. You arrive here by railing and you just boom, 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 you jump there. Yeah, you most likely grapple to something here, jump on this crate, run on this crate, and run here before it hits the wall. Cool. Cool. Yeah, and there's like interest points here too. Cool. Can't read that. Wow, they've actually detailed. All beautiful. And yeah, these are the things you can platform on. So it is exactly as I said, you platform your way onto this platform. Awesome. I love seeing stuff like this. I'm glad they share it. A lot of companies don't want to share their techniques and how they even plan all this stuff because trade secret. It's actually illegal to even talk about it as an employee. My other half, my beloved girl, almost got into trouble for talking about how she does modeling. She's not supposed to do so. Her agent called me immediately. Hey, tell her to delete that post. Anyways, off track. Back to thing. This is an example of environment over painting, and is a type of art that is closer to the actual product than the above image in art. After the background team creates a prototype of the stage, which is this, the small one right here, prototype of the stage, in the process called white boxing. We drew over screenshots. Second image. Take it from there. Just be this one. Taken from it. Okay. Uh, Interactable areas and enemy placements are decided during the white box. She's actually explaining the process. That is amazing. Decided during the white boxes. So the art team's job is to imprint or interpret the intended direction and flow, then visually reinforce what the player should do here and where they should go next. In the first image, you can see the path leading to the shrine in the back. But Divine Dragon Order troops are patrolling in a way. However, we can use the design of the environment to show the player that they might be able to outsmart the enemies by using the terrain to their advantage. You have to do all this. In the third image, the sewer-like area serves as a back alley, but also has remnants of the flashy neon lights. We always aim to convey this information as clearly as possible through the environment itself without needing to explain things explicitly. So the first image, the one she was talking about, giving the player hints that where you can go and what advantages you can use is these. Like, so this marker here is they can grapple here. So preferably if you're smart, you want to grapple behind him, sneak up behind him, kill him, and then bam, you jump on this guy, kill this guy, and if this guy goes unnoticed, you can kill him too, right? But I think if you do like a zigzag here, we better like boom, kill this guy, boom, kill this guy, somehow get to this guy. You can probably grapple up here. Kill this guy, then kill this guy, then grapple back up here, grapple up here, and finish off this guy. You can stealth this whole section, right? So, and they're telling you this with the way this level is designed. They're conveying the information. It's like, hey, if you pay attention, you can actually platform your way around and just, without entering conflict, you can kill all these guys. Which is, I know a lot of people don't are going to appreciate this. It is very Metal Gear Rising style. You could stealth a lot of areas and completely avoid conflict, right? It's the same style, so we have yet another similarity a little bit to Metal Gear Rising. No surprise, Metal Gear Rising was very beloved, and the sudden, well, not sudden, but a couple of years ago, the memes kind of resurfaced for Metal Gear Rising. So yeah, it might be why they tried to implement a little bit more of it. But it is one of the Platinum's greatest creations. So I don't mind them having Metal Gear Rising mechanics here or stages down, because the stages down for that game was amazing for a hack and slash game. But yeah, moving on. Where the hell was I? Explicit. Okay. We are asked to make this kind of wants to enhance the atmosphere. So while adhering to the white boxing design, we use assets and effect decorations, lighting, and more to give ideas on how to make visually memorable scenes. However, it's a lot more than just making things look cool. So deciding what information to include or exclude is always quite challenging. Yes, it is. Yes, it definitely is. And if I could, let me use this as an example. Sorry, I'm going to nerd out here a little bit because, again, I do this job. So you spawn here, right? Imagine you spawn here and the director or the team development, the game developer wants to convey to you hey, you have to go this way. How do they do that? They shine a giant light above it, right? They shine a giant light above it. They guide your eyes. They legitimately guide your eyes. So if you're a lefty, you look left, you see this neon sign, and automatically your eye kind of gets attracted to the center of the screen, which is where the next light is. If you're a righty, there's shit sparking here. There's electrical cord sparking here, so your eye is gonna catch that and be like, oh, okay. So now where's my next source of lights? Center of the screen. It's gonna be the light. So automatically you just be like, all right, let's go right into that hole. But if the light wasn't here, right? If none of these lights were here, you would just hug the wall from one side, probably left side, because it's closer to you. You would just hug the wall and just walk. All right, find the first exit. Boom, it's gone. If you're a psychopath like myself, you would ignore everything here, and you will go down the stairs, turn around, and see if there's any hidden boxes here. If you're like that, don't worry. We are very much alike. I am very curious there's going to be boxes here. Moving on. We want view that. Ah, this was the next piece we had to view. I see some cool stuff down here. Okay. Holy mother of... This is his weapons again, isn't it? No, it's not. Is it? What is this? Sorry, I'm fucking my mind. This is a cool ass symbol. What is this, man? Oh, is this their this is their helicopter equivalent. This is what they fucking fly on. You can't have an NG without a helicopter shooting at you. So yeah, this is their helicopter thing. Hovercraft. And this is the okay. This is a good case of them showing the different biomes too, technically. That's kind of fucking good. Okay. So yeah, you have the futuristic tech DDO bullshit here, and you have the traditional IKEA type like housing and bridges and IKEA is not IKEA, not IKEA. It's IKEA. I hope I'm pronouncing that. Yeah, but like housing like this, are it's called IKEA. So you have graffitis here. It's just normal stuff, modern day stuff. A lamppost. You got Sasuke Sharingan, which is not. I'm kidding. It's just Magatama's. So um, yeah, that's awesome. Pardon me. As I said, sick. So if I'm coughing, sorry, it's because I'm talking. My throat is definitely under a little bit of stress. Yeah, they have these are the prompts too that created. They've drawn some like commercial like stuff to put on walls to just decorate the wall textures with something fun to look at. I want. I what? Wait. September 9th, 26 on air. Is this like hinting at the TGS shit? Because that's when that goes up. It's the second day of TGS is on September 26th. I'm sure it's completely unrelated. I'm sure I'm just being delusional. But yeah, the trucks they're most likely you probably travel with these, or maybe these drop enemies on them. Who knows? The commercial stuff, product placement. That's kind of cool. In-game product placement of their own products. All right, cool. Nothing that groundbreaking here, but it's just prompts. So your junior arts art devs, right? So when I was like 12 years ago, I'm new intern pretty much. They do these. They do like props like this when they first start working as a just in the art department. These are the stuff you create. You create doors, you create food, you create lamps, you create light poses and all the stuff. Air conditioners, satellite dishes, just prompts, stuff we can just stick somewhere and just stays out. So yeah, these are like all done by like different people most likely too. So yeah, junior stuff. All right, moving on because I know you guys want to know the results. Asset art is what you might call design drawings or detailed drawings. It's too broad of a subject to go into detail, but it involves coming up with ideas like what if we created a futuristic train accelerator with the technological feel of Tokyo skyscraper? She's talking about this, right? It's like these things, transport stuff. Or billboards in Tokyo would probably have ads for X and Y, which are these stuff down here. It's all about maximizing creativity and fleshing out a convincing game world. Even outlandish designs can look possible with enough detail. So I try to go about my designs with a firm backbone in mind. Yeah, like Ninja Gaiden 2, kind of went out there with having flying cars in it, right? Like NG1 did not have that much advanced technology in it, but NG2 was like, yeah, we got flying cars all over Tokyo, dude. Like, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely viewing these. These are Yakumo's finishers using the Assassin's tool. Okay, that is a enemy finisher, most likely. Sorry, that is a boss finisher. Who is this in the background? This whatever this is either a part of the enemy or he destroyed a tank. It looks like a Metal Gear. It looks like a actual construct of some type. So this is probably a boss battle. Maybe the next picture will rally a little more information. Haha! Look at that. It does. So yeah, these are So like the lighting is just non-existent here. It's just character prompts. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Moving on. I'm guessing that for most people, the most eye-catching part of the trailer was the visual effects. Yeah, probably. The screens turns completely red in an instant, leaving a distinct visual impact. That's the hope, at least. The art team handles the design of these kinds of effects too, not just the environments. This was created by an animator who first established the flow of action. I love that she's explaining the process she's excited about. Camera angles and keyframes, second image left. Then added overpainting and decorations, second image right. Before passing it on to the VFX team for implementation, which is why you don't see any like lighting on Yakumo or like blood effects or anything like this, because the visual effects team has not got their hands on this thing yet. This is just them placing stuff on screen. And then the visual effects, like, all right, the light has to shine this much from this angle on this his part of the body and all that shit. Just do all that. The part where the screen turns red, the Ryu version is more subtle and monochrome. Interesting. Oh yeah, because Ryu's is not red. Ryu's turns black and white like traditional like samurai stuff. Right. We didn't see much of that. That's why. It's shared across all enemies and weapons, but we created a separate layout for each boss. Yeah, they have boss and adjusted the visuals for each weapon to look good when fighting weaker enemies. Just so you know, you guys are not ready for what's on the bottom there. Just so you know, you can toggle this effect off against minor enemies if you. There you go. There you go. Thank you, again. As I said, Nishisama, my favorite person at Platinum right now. So for people that don't like this nonsense, I like it, but I don't know how long I want to keep it on. Probably after the first couple of playthroughs, I'm going to. If you don't like these effects, again against minor enemies, not bosses. On bosses, you're still going to see this because it's the conclusion of your chapter, most likely. So finish it with a bang, right? For minor enemies, when you activate Berserk mode and you combine it with Gleaming mode and your Blood Raven, when you kill them, a slow-mo happens, you get the kanjis on screen, the screen gets cinematic, right? This is awesome for a newcomer. This is awesome for a casual. It's going to give them that dopamine and adrenaline rush they need to keep going, right? Even if they've died like 60 times. But to a player that's like versed in this stuff, you don't want these stuff. You want to just get back to the action as fast as possible and just start kicking ass all over again. You don't want to see this nonsense, right? So you can toggle it off. We got confirmation that you can toggle these things off. I'm going to move on with the video before this gets to be minutes again. This was created by an animator who first established the flow of action camera angles and keyframes. Second on the left. Wait, did I read this? Yeah, I did. I did read this. Sorry. Just so you know, you can toggle this effect off against minor enemies if you want. It would personally make me happy if you kept it on. Okay, then for you, Nishi-sama, I'll absolutely keep it on for a while. But only for a while. But it's not a necessary part of the main gameplay experience. So the choice is totally up to you. It's actually pretty common for art to go unused. And my philosophy is that the overall experience is the priority and all that matters in the end. Nice way of thinking about it. So what did you think of the various concept art images? Of course, simple drawings aren't enough to make a whole game, so I work hard every day to make sure these concepts are communicated effectively to the other departments who bring the art to life. It would make me so happy if the effort we put into the game got across when you experience it yourself. For yourself. Alright. That's all for today. Next week is Tokyo Game Show, which will be the first opportunity for players in Japan to finally get their hands on the game. If you're able to make it, please stop by. I hope it's not too hot. I've heard the ventilation, the air condition issue in Japan is really rough right now. So if you're in Japan, please stay hydrated. Please control your temperature levels and stay healthy and stay safe. Thank you all for your continued support for Ninja Gaiden 4. And here is I made this illustration specifically for this block. It's not a concept that we use while making the game. She went out of her way, this beautiful creature of a human being, went out of her way to make a Ryu art for us. Right? And it looks fabulous. It looks absolutely amazing. Like, this is, like, I hope we get more of this whenever she has some time off. This looks awesome. I'm going to use this in the thumbnail because I have to convey some hype into the thumbnails. I have been critiqued on my thumbnail, so I have to step up my game. But yeah, that's everything here. No new posts as far as I know. No. So that's that. I'm gonna avoid everything else on Twitter because it's been a mosh pit. Yeah, there was some new news, IG and stuff. Probably won't cover it unless I see something important. I'm not gonna cover it. But yeah, that was the. I'm so. Oh yeah, little thing. I'm so happy Team Ninja actually retweeted this because I made this because I was bored. I've actually edited it to be a little bit better too, but I'm just like I was so excited when I saw Team Ninja retweeted this. I was like, holy shit! So yeah, kind of excited about that. I'm glad I'm under the radar now, but that means I gotta step up my work. Since I'm under the radar, I gotta behave a little bit better too. So yeah, but as she said, next week Tokyo Game Show. So for my Pacific time, Central time, and I think there's one more, but I forgot. It's going to be for specific for Pacific time, folks. If you're California, Vancouver, and all that stuff, it's Tokyo Game Show is going to start on the 24th, which is Wednesday, right? Wednesday morning. It's going to be 7 in the morning for Pacific time. For Central, it's going to be 10 in the morning for on the 24th. On the 24th, Wednesday, 10 o'clock in the morning. For 3 days. I'm pretty sure it's 3 days. The first 2 days, or is it just the first day? But there's going to be a business day. There's going to be a couple of business day, which is just them talking, developers talking about like stuff and showing trailers and new announcements and blah blah blah. And then the public hand can go in there and just do their thing. So yeah, hoping for new Ryu gameplay. Hoping for I'm just gonna leave this on screen because it looks too badass. Hoping for Ryu gameplay. Hoping for new reviews. Hoping for something. I'm hoping for something. And the way they've been going, I feel like we're gonna get a whole bunch of stuff because this is the final stretch, right? Fingers crossed, boys and girls. Fingers crossed. We'll get some beating heart for the weapons of Ryu because I do want to see them. I definitely want to see at least a spec. I don't even care if it's concept art. I just want to see them exist because we know they're coming. I just want to know maybe how many, maybe which ones, maybe when they're coming. Because I know I will. But with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this little read through. I'm gonna go back on my bed after uploading this and rest because if I'm not feeling well for TGS, I will have a problem. Plus, my daughter is going on vacation, and I cannot risk getting her sick before her vacation time, so I really got to get better. But with that said, I hope you all are having a wonderful night, wonderful morning, wonderful afternoon, wonderful evening. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay hydrated, and see you guys with the next video.